Then I took a smidge and applied it down there.
This one's wife. Not exactly popular in Nigeria. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This one's wife wants to be popular because she believes that she's popular. She believes that the world adores her. Anybody that doesn't, clearly must have taken leave of their senses and there's something wrong with them. They're probably a racist hater. That's how her narcissism reminds her that she deserves to be popular, and anybody that suggests that she is not is clearly deranged and there's something wrong with them. This one's wife has gone to Nigeria, as you know, a country that she seems to believe belongs to her, as she keeps referencing going home and talking about it being her country. This exhibits the grandiosity of this woman and the attempt to mirror a nation by suggesting that she, a lady who has to wear bronzer in an attempt to look darker, is somehow like all of the Nigerians that she is attending upon. This one's wife wants to be adored, and therefore it's important for her, wherever she goes, for the crowds to be cheering, for the crowds to be clapping, for people to be welcoming them, that she anticipates that there would be so many people thronging to visit her, it would be like a papal visit in Latin America. Although she has been given ostensibly a warm and polite welcome, one wouldn't necessarily say that it's at the fever-pitch level that she would anticipate. And indeed, there have been plenty of critics amongst the Nigerians on social media. We're going to hear now from a small selection of individuals, talking heads, who are going to advance their views about Prince Harry and this one's wife, some actual views from Nigerians on the ground, so that you get an understanding and clear flavour for how certain Nigerians regard them. Here's the footage.
If Harry visits Nigeria today or tomorrow, what effect does it have in our economy? Harry is coming and Nigeria is going to spend billions. Look, Nigerians are dying, everybody is frustrated over economic hardship, and Prince Harry is coming all the way from British Dynasty to visit Nigeria. See, let me tell you, if you seek my own opinion and other people's opinion, in fact, conduct opinion poll, is a wasting of resources.
Which Nigerian food do you think Meghan could try?
If you like, let him eat eba. If you like, let him go to Gusti, let him take gari. In fact, let him take amala or edika icon or finstala. Whatever I feel like eating, it's human being. Let him taste it. It's our own culture.
To me, it's not a welcome idea. That's the truth. Whether the wife claims that she's part of Nigeria or not, it's not a welcome idea, because Nigeria is not a safe place. So I don't really see any big deal about his coming. That's the truth. Let me tell you, there's hunger in the land. So him coming, we are not even feeling it.
There you have the views of three Nigerians. The first, clearly questioning the expenditure on the visit, talking about it costing billions, presumably by reference to local currency, and seeing that, in actual fact, querying what's the impact of Prince Harry and this one's wife coming to Nigeria on the local economy. In effect, it's costing them money, and he doesn't see it as a worthwhile endeavour, that they shouldn't be visiting. Second gentleman talks about what he should be eating. I'm not familiar with the dishes that he's referencing. I don't know if there is some kind of suggestion that Harry should be eating meals which are beneath him, or it's some kind of joke, or it's quite simply an invitation for him to taste the local cuisine. And the third gentleman sees no benefit in this one's wife and Harry attending. Indeed, he references the fact of the wife, doesn't even call her by name, apparently being part Nigerian. He sees it as all irrelevant and a distraction in relation to what Nigeria is experiencing. Now, this, of course, are just the views of a small number of people, but across X, there have been plenty of similar views advanced in relation to this one's wife and Harry, which demonstrates they're nowhere near as popular as they think they are. that this is a country which has got its own pressing problems, and the last thing that they need is a prince and his handler coming along, costing money with regard to security and hogging the limelight. These ordinary Nigerians recognise that there are much more pressing problems, and them articulating their views, both in this video footage and across social media, demonstrates that despite the attempts of this one's wife's PR to paint it as if a living saint has descended upon Nigeria and everybody is beside themselves with joy, it's actually far from it. But let's have a look at some more evidence with regard to the issue of their popularity. This one's wife and Harry attended a reception. Let's hear the raucous reception they received upon their arrival. You might want to turn down your speakers for this, given the torrent of noise that you're about to hear as Ginge and Winge enter the room. Here comes the footage.
May I announce the arrival of our special guest, His Royal Highness, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. We also have Honorable Minister of Defense, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Muhammad bin Abubakar, and his digital staff. We also have...
Bet you were blown away by that, weren't you? We all know that this one's wife loves to make an entrance. She has to go first. She needs to get in front of Harry. You'll recall the occasion when they arrived late at their final royal event, and there was applause for somebody else taking place as they entered, and this one's wife, in her self-absorbed manner, believed it was for her. She wants that applause because it's fuel. As a narcissist, she craves it subconsciously. And therefore, because of her deluded view that she's hugely popular and the requirements for fuel, when she turns up at an event, she wants to be met as if she were a rock star entering the room. She wants people to be cheering. She wants them behaving in the way that the people of North Korea are instructed to behave when the dear leader enters the room, whereby they have to show total enthusiasm, otherwise they'll get a visit in the night and be dragged away to be taken out the back and shot. She expects people to be overcome with delight, delirious with joy. And as you heard there, as they were announced and entered, there wasn't any applause, there wasn't a cheer, there wasn't any sounds of excitement. Yes, it's a more formal occasion, but nevertheless, it's commonly the case that when somebody is announced as a special guest, they would at least receive a round of applause. For this one's wife and the ginger chap, there was none of that, which only goes to demonstrate, of course, that they're not proving as popular as they thought they would be. This, of course, is hugely disappointing and infuriating for this one's wife. Not only does it not translate into the fuel that she requires, but it doesn't fit with the image that she has of herself. She believes that she's popular. She believes that she's entitled to be popular. She believes that all of these individuals ought to be absolutely going off their heads with glee and delight when she turns up. And here we've had some talking heads denouncing the visit, and it just goes to show that despite the best attempts of the sugar to make it seem like Nigeria has gone nuts as a consequence of the arrival of the Sussexes, the actual evidence somewhat goes in the other direction. It wasn't a lukewarm reception when they arrived. There was, in effect, no reception. It was, okay, some people have entered the room. No cheers, no huzzas, no clapping, and certainly not something that would please this one's wife. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.